Good evening, friends. Myself, Amit Kumar Heda, Borivali West CP Study Circle convener and the program coordinator for the event about investment awareness, especially for investment right in mutual fund, term insurance, its expenses, investment, saving techniques, and sector to invest in the equities. With the well-known faculties with CA Vineet Jain with us. And before we start, we'd like to invite our chairman, sir, Lalit Bajaj ji, to address the audience. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Amit. The learned speaker on the subject, CA Vineet Jain, Amit Heda, convener of Borivali Study Circle, core group member Saurabh Ajmera, and my dear friend, seniors participants. On behalf of WIRC and Borivali Study Circle, I welcome all of you in this August gathering, wherein we are supposed to discuss various aspects of security investment and analysis under the banner of investor awareness. I hope that Vineet, I have seen Vineet personally working on various aspects of securities, and I believe that he, with his wide experience, he will be able to share a lot with all of us, and we all will gain through his deliberation. Lately we have seen that there is a huge upsurge in the opening of demat accounts as far as retail investors are concerned. That itself shows that as chartered accountants, we have to advise and at the same time regulate the investments of our clients and people who are connected with us. So I think so today's session will really help us to enlighten and ensure that we can provide better services to our clients. Over and above this, there are various do's and don'ts as far as equity market analysis, investment is concerned. I believe that we are very much hopeful that today's session will help us, and there will be consecutive sessions on investor awareness. Do participate in all the activities of WIRC, and I am looking forward for more and more participation from all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank Borivali Study Circle for initiating and ensuring that we can conduct a very good and very successful program. Thank you, Amit, and thank you, Saurabh. And thanks participants for giving a huge response for the seminar. With this, I once again thank all of you and look forward for an enthralling session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Give a very good suggestion about the topics and value-added features about the today's seminar. We'd like to know about that. The equity is the important heart of all of the persons, and each and every person having a demat account and invest with the IPO through equity market or through extracts, etc. But a lot of risk is carried by all of us. As a chartered accountant friends, we need to assist our clients because of everyone has suggested to some CA give some suggestion about that, how to invest or not to invest, and if the IPO invest, maybe the right. So hence the awareness about this topic is very well. And the well-known faculty is Vineet Jain ji, CA Vineet Jain ji with us. I just introduced the brief profile about the Vineet Jain ji. He is a qualified chartered accountant in the year of 2010, and also apart from that, he has completed IIM management degree from IIM, and also qualified as a company secretary and CFA from USA. His expertise in the helping of MSME recover their outstanding balance from their clients, corporate, non-corporate bodies, to India. He rendered advisory compliance services for corporate and non-corporate on income tax matters and GST. He has expertise and explained the pre-purchasing case in various appellate authorities. He has gained rich industry experience in companies like PwC, SR Group, SL Group in the area of corporate finance and strategy, business development, project finance, and technology consulting. He also possesses in-depth knowledge in area of equity market and investment planning, due to his hunger to explore investment avenues. His article is published in a lot of newspapers, Navbharat Times, Times of India, and Telegraph, and Navbharat, and the Navbharat. He also got the ranks in examinations in the CS professional examination, 6th rank in the CS foundation examination, 17th rank in the CS CPT examinations. Now these words, we'd like to invite Vineet Jainji to address our audience and give your suggestions. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amit ji, for a great introduction. I would like to first of all thank our WRC chairman, Shri Lalit Bajaj, for giving me this opportunity to give my insights on investment strategies for all of you. So I would like to begin with the presentation. You all can see the slide, like the webinar to make your money work for you, invest, right? Amit ji, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, great. So as Amit ji gave a really great introduction about myself, I would just like to give a brief. Like my firm name is VVJ and Associates, and as Amit ji had described that by profession I'm a chartered accountant. Along with CA, I have also completed my CS, CFA, and MBA from IIM. And well, these are few of my achievements, as Amit ji has mentioned. Then I've also been featured in newspaper articles, like front page articles, for being youngest at the age of 25 to bag these 5 degrees. It was in the year 2014.
Great achievement. Very well.
Then in Times of India, in Telegraph, the Navbharat, so let us begin with the topic. So guys, जब भी हम इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में सोचते हैं, ओके, so we think about 3 चीजें दिमाग में आती है कि गोल्ड है, फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट है, सेंसेक्स, दैट इज द इक्विटी. So यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया है, I have taken an example whereby we have invested, for example, rupees 1 lakh, okay, in the year 1979, and आज उसका value in the year 2020 क्या होगा? So if the amount we have invested in fixed deposit of rupees 1 lakh, today the amount would have become 39 lakh. That is almost 40 times the amount would have grown. Same amount अगर हमने gold में deposit किया होता, okay, so that amount would have grown to 70 times. Okay, that is like 71 lakhs. And अगर हमने वो 1 lakh rupees in the year 1979 सेंसेक्स में किया होता, तो आज वो amount 3 crore 47 lakhs होता. Okay, the amount would have grown 347 times. Okay, in the last 41 years. So you can see the kind of effect the return Sensex has given over the years. So quite, handsomely Sensex has beaten the returns given by gold and fixed deposit over the long term. So I will go to the next slide. So today I will be touching these all topics, okay, as an overview. Okay, why traditional investments, new era investments better क्यों है? Like instead of investing in gold, हमें आज gold ETFs में करना चाहिए investment. I will be explaining all these things as we go forward. In ATC investments, instead of being the traditional ones like the PPF and other thing, why ELSs are better than them. Then when we're investing in savings accounts, Q liquid fund better है. And why we should, instead of going for traditional insurance, हमें term insurance में जाना चाहिए, and we should combine it with an SIP and equity mutual fund. So these are few topics, and there are more too, which will be going step by step. So the first thing, like I'm a great follower of Warren Buffett. So my first investment mantra for today is we should invest for long term. Okay, and as Warren Buffett says, our favorite holding period is forever. So मैं ये चीज explain करता हूँ. He means कि जब भी हम investment करते हैं, so we should invest in those kind of places कहाँ पे we can sleep and forget about the investment and we never think about selling it. So that is the principle which Warren Buffett works on. Let me explain you. So here what I have done is, like I have calculated the returns from 1978 से लेके till today to 2020. So अगर हमने सेंसेक्स में इन्वेस्ट किया होता, ओके, तो अगर हमने सेंसेक्स में फॉर एग्जांपल आज इन्वेस्ट करते हैं एंड 1 साल बाद अपना पैसा निकाल लेते हैं, लाइक वी विथड्रॉ द मनी आफ्टर 1 year. Okay, so हमारा return क्या होता? So in the last 42 years, we would have made loss in 14 times. Like आज invest किया, okay, that is today 30th November को invest किया, and next year 29 November को we have removed our money. So if you have just invested for a period of 1 year, so out of 42 times हमने 14 times loss किया होता. सेम थिंग अगर हम लोग अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट हॉरिजन जो है इंक्रीज कर देते हैं, इंस्टेड ऑफ 1 ईयर से 3 साल कर देते हैं, तो क्या होता? तो द थिंग इज, यू विल सी द नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स वी हैव मेड लॉसेस इन द लास्ट 40 years would be just 3 times. दैट इज लाइक आज इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं और 3 साल बाद पैसे विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, एंड द एवरेज रिटर्न व्हिच यू कैन सी इज द सेम 22%. whatever amount you have invested, the returns remain the same, and the probability of loss come down. It has come down. सेम थिंग इफ यू गो फॉरवर्ड, अभी मैंने देखा है कि 5 ईयर का हॉरिजन पकड़ा, अगर आज हम इन्वेस्ट करें मार्केट में एंड 5 years बाद वी विड्रॉ इट, ओके, तो चांसेस ऑफ लॉस इज जस्ट one time you have made a loss. In the last 38 years, as in last 42 years, every 5 years I have taken, so observations 38 हो जाते हैं. So the chances of loss have reduced to just 1. Okay, and same thing अगर आप 10 years invest आज करें और 10 साल तक भूल जाए, तो the chances of making loss is 0. Okay, and the average return since 1979 till today is 24% average return you would have made it. So the thing is, the first investment mantra, as Warren Buffett and as stern believers, our favorite holding period should be forever, and we should invest for long term. अगर हम long term के लिए invest करेंगे, then the chances of making loss reduces to nil. Okay, then you guys might think कि यार investment तो करने के लिए बता रहे long term, but हम करें तो कहाँ करें? Okay, which sectors you should go for? तो मैं बताता हूँ कि which sectors which I feel are good ones. So the thing is, see guys, you would be aware that sectors जो अभी corona pandemic में they have performed well is the pharma stocks, FMCG, IT, and Reliance itself has been another sector I would say has been a top performer by far. So ये चार sectors तो they have performed really well. Okay, in the last 8-9 months COVID era, I can say the pandemic era, so they have performed really well. The few sectors which have shown concerns is the banks and the NBFCs. But quite lately, I would tell you that banks and NBFCs have become very lucrative now to invest, because right now, I would say a lot of acceptance has come in the pandemic. Okay, people have started accepting, and the way they have approached के mask पहन के जा रहे, they have started taking the safety precautions. So as far as the businesses have started working now slowly, steadily. So now the banks and NBFCs के the default rates and the concerns जो कितने high थे and the way they have corrected. So there are banks and NBFCs, the good ones, which have a high the liquidity and other. So they are still at a reasonable price, which you can think about investing. The other sectors which I feel are the must, the favorite ones to look after are the mutual fund AMCs, logistics, rating agencies, consumer discretionary sector. तो मैं चारों sectors को one by one I will go in deep. Why I feel कि ये बहुत अच्छे investment हो सकते हैं, ठीक है? First is the AMC business, okay, that is mutual fund. So guys, might be knowing कि यार सब लोग SIPs करते हैं. Mutual fund is one business, the SIP business. So that has remained the most tax efficient product. Okay, आज भी 80C का investment के लिए लोग सोचते हैं, तो SIP they want to make the 1.5 lakh deduction. That is the investment which they want to make. So everyone makes it. So mutual funds, the AMCs, they still make the most highest profit making. भाई इतना पैसा आता है, the amount of fund houses they charge. It's a safe business. SIPs आज भी even in the pandemic area has new SIPs have been registered in the last 6 months. Discontinued SIPs have remained stable. अगर historical evidence भी आप देखेंगे कि redemption has remained low even in the global financial crisis जो financial year 2009 में आई थी. The net outflow was just 6% of the AUM. So even in that crisis, there was SIPs and other redemption had remained low. And secondly, अभी interest rate गिर चुके हैं. Okay, government strong stance against black money. Again, it's a positive for the AMC business. So I feel that HDFC AMC है, Nippon है, even other AMC companies, they will be a good, I would say, evergreen business है. So whenever these companies, I would say, if you guys invest and forget, long term would be a really good bet. Okay, to make money, and because as जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ, invest for long term. these companies at the model evergreen business है, makes sense to invest for long term. Next sector है logistics industry. Well guys, logistic industry में ऐसा है कि it has slowed down due to the ongoing pandemic. Okay, so because of the pandemic, areas to look after, okay, जैसे will come out of it totally, this logistic sector would be one which will be the first one to come back really strong. Because logistics क्या है, it forms the backbone of all the industries. जो भी product manufacture करते हैं, अगर logistics नहीं हो तो customer के पास पहुंचेगा नहीं. Okay, so it forms, भाई उनको business मिलना ही है, it's a most evergreen. So whichever logistic companies are there with strong fundamentals, I would say that you guys can think about investing in them from long term. Aegis Logistics है, Mahindra Logistics है, भाई उनके पास खुद की fleet है. Transport Corporation of India, Container Corporation, Gateway Distriparks, Concourse. These all are in the logistics sectors. They have corrected really well, and I would say they still remains, evergreen businesses. Which जब भी panic आता है market में, I would suggest you guys कि invest in them and forget it. मतलब you don't need to worry. As in the areas which you can think about, investing for long term. Another sector. Next is rating agency, guys. Rating agencies, भाई मॉडल सुनते ऐसा लगता है भाई कुछ भी हो, कंपनीज को रेटिंग तो करवाना ही होगा. Why? Because if the companies want to come up with IPOs के लिए आना है, FPOs के लिए आना है, further public offer हो या first time listing करनी हो, कंपनी ने लोन लिया है तो क्रेडिट रेटिंग तो चाहिए ही भाई, कैसा है, AAA है, AA है. Without that मतलब we won't invest in any company. We always see कि भाई रेटिंग कैसी है. So I would say that is another very evergreen business like CRISIL, ICRA, CARE. भाई perpetual model है, डिमांड हमेशा रहेगी. करंट सिनेरियो हो, गंदा सिनेरियो, whatever be, भाई स्टेबल बिजनेस है. So another sector to look for. Okay, so these three which I was telling you about is, like, I'm just giving a recap: the mutual fund AMCs, logistics, rating agencies. These three remains the most lucrative one. Consumer discretionary sector was one which has been hit the worst in this pandemic. जैसे theaters है, okay, बाद में amusement parks है. So these all things have really taken a big toll. Okay, उनकी sales पूरी खत्म हो चुकी है. Right now, no one is going for the same. So these stocks have really corrected a lot. You guys can think about इनके strong fundamentals है. You can think about going for them only. Because if the company don't have a strong fundamental, बहुत ही highly leveraged है, then it's important to see whether the company survives. Okay, survive करनी चाहिए, इतने पे interest service करने capability होनी चाहिए. You would have heard about famous the park at Mumbai, what do you call it, the Smash. Okay, a big blow. I would say the favorite place tha hum sabka. Many people would have visited Smash for all recreational. That had came to a halt all of a sudden, which is unbelievable. But yes, the cost was really high. So to think about. So after the first investment mantra, guys, second investment mantra is we should all engage in budgeting exercise. Okay, that is, we should don't save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Well, it is said by Warren Buffett again. So what it means is, like, it's quite self-explanatory. I will give you a few examples. Okay. Well, yeah, the thing is, whenever these all are examples of discretionary spends. Okay. Like we go for a movie ticket, like 1,000, 1,500, we just invest, spend it. iPhone buy kar rahe hai, 50,000 to 1 lakh, just we end up investing. Shopping के लिए निकल गए 10,000, 20,000 just. Or even restaurants like 5 to 10,000 ऐसे ही हो जाता है. Or you go for a spa. Okay, you take your wife for a spa, you go think about it. So 3 to 5,000. So I would suggest that even if one discretionary spend of avoid karte and you start a small SIP of merely 2,000 rupees per month, you can see magic. Okay, that is the power of compounding, which I will be just coming across. So the main idea is that the thing is, this is a power of compounding which I want to make you aware of. Okay, even if 2,000 rupees ka the monthly SIP you guys start, okay, in a period of 10 years, or 50, I would say if you have 20 years, you can see that amount is going to 20 lakhs. Okay, so the thing is, the main idea is, what I mean to say is, for every dream and goal in life, I would suggest that you start a different SIP. Yeah, अगर लोगों do you want to plan to buy a house or want to enjoy a retirement? Okay, but you want to have a farmhouse or think about you want to go for a world tour later on, or for your child's marriage, child's education. You want to go any specific vacation. So each goal के लिए एक different SIP plan कीजिए, and just left it, get it aside, that set aside a money. For example, agar 25,000 if you start in monthly SIP, after period of 15 years, the amount will become 1.17 CR, which you don't even realize. Okay, slowly, steadily, the amount grows so well, which we don't even think of before spending. So it makes sense कि whatever goals है यार, एक SIP start करो and just forget it. Okay, how to start an SIP, what to do about it, definitely I will guide you guys. But main idea is हर goal के लिए, हर चीज के लिए एक SIP होना चाहिए. Here I have calculated returns on 12% per annum, okay, on an average. Like for example, same thing, अगर house buy करना है या 50,000 का SIP start करो in the next 15 years, 20 years, yeah, you know it कि भाई इतना amount is set aside, 2.5 crores. You want to plan or something for any investment. So this is the power of compounding. Next thing is, guys, बहुत जन अभी plan कर रहे हो कि they want to plan for the retirement, okay, या loans चल रहे हैं किसमें हमें EMI meet करनी है. So the next most important thing is SWP, that is systematic withdrawal plan. Okay, so it is a very, very important thing and a very nice method through which you can meet your obligations. तो वो कैसे मीट करोगे? I'll guide you. First is कि SWP in debt fund कैसे fixed deposit से better होता है. Okay, systematic withdrawal plan होता क्या? I will be explaining you guys with an example. ठीक है? So the thing is, mostly लोग अभी क्या करते होंगे है that you guys might be thinking about कि if you have maybe a loan or if you want कि retirement के लिए planning करनी है, you might think about कि आज हम लोग fixed deposit में 1 CR कर देते हैं, which later on should give me a monthly expenditure to be met as a different कि भाई quarterly payout आना चाहिए, monthly payout आना चाहिए. But that's a wrong way. Why? I will explain you. So in this example, there's an example which I have made. So in this, you have rupees 10 lakhs with you. ठीक है, 10 लाख रुपए है, and you want to generate monthly regular income. ठीक है, तो दो ऑप्शन है, invest in bank FD with 8% interest. Well, आज 8% interest नहीं मिलता बैंक में, बट मैंने एज ऑफ कैलकुलेशन के लिए कंपेयर विद डेट फंड्स के लिए 8% मीट करने को बोला है. आज तो 6.9% की भी आ गया है. सो आई एम कंसिडरिंग 8% which is a higher side to just compare with debt funds which is a good quality one. So invest in bank FD है फर्स्ट ऑप्शन 8% इंटरेस्ट पे, या लिक्विड फंड में आप रखो. ओके, लिक्विड फंड में एडवांटेज है, मतलब लिक्विड डेट फंड आई मीन टू से, whereby you can get an 8% return. Where to invest and where which debt funds I will be suggesting you guys. So this is the working which I have done. So let me explain you one thing. ये जो है that is the working on the left side which you can see is for the debt fund. तो जैसे कि मैंने 10 लाख रुपीज इन्वेस्ट किया, ओके, आज डेट फंड की वैल्यू है 100 रुपीज, तो मुझे कितने यूनिट्स मिले? 10,000. ओके, नेक्स्ट सेम चीज अगर मैं एफडी में इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ 10 लाख रुपीज, एवरी आई नीड 8% रिटर्न, ओके, एवरी ईयर, तो 80,000 हो जाएगा उसका अमाउंट. सी यहाँ पे टोटल 80,000, यहाँ पे भी टोटल 80,000. एंड इफ यू सी मेरे को मंथली पे आउट चाहिए विच कम्स अमाउंट कम्स 6,667. ओके, FD में you are taking back 667 amount. Okay, so what you can see the comparison all here is कि same amount you are interest earn कर रहे हो FD में every year. Okay, every month 6,600. फिर पे 30% tax लगेगा. Okay, the net amount is 4,600, and then the amount which comes to you. Okay, so what you will see if you compare that thing with debt fund. So debt fund में what will happen is 10 lakh rupees you have invested, 10,000 units मिल गए. Okay, so यहाँ पे भी same amount ही withdraw कर रहा हूँ मैं, because you want to at the end of every year you need 80,000, तो 6,600 है. So यहाँ पे क्या होता है, the units redeem जो है, okay, like 66 rupees, मतलब in short 6,600 के value जो भी market value आता है उसमें units redeem हो जाते हैं. तो capital gain जो है ना only on the amount which is increased value which you earn उसी पे लगता है. यहाँ पे entire interest पे the amount you end up paying, यहाँ पे the capital gain is far lesser. So you are saving a good amount of tax. Okay, the amount of saving is way better as far as cumulatively if you will see the amount of capital gain जो है, तो amount of your tax कितना save कर रहे हो आप. 78,900 comes in the debt fund. As far as FD में you are getting 55,280 after paying the tax, which is a huge difference. Okay, if you can see the amount which you are by investing in debt fund, which makes sense because वहाँ पे capital gain जो है incremental amount पे ही लगता है. Okay, and the way it is calculated. उसके लिए थोड़ा I need to perhaps have a deeper, maybe you guys can contact me for the understanding, but I can give you an idea, a broad view, that debt funds में the calculation, interest you're saving almost is 23,000 rupees. Okay, it's so less as far as the amount which you're withdrawing, उसमें capital gain जो लग के आ रहा है. तो अगर आपको systematic, you need a monthly income by investing the money for and want to plan for retirement, SWP is the best way to go ahead. Tax wise भी best है. तो instead of investing in FD and then monthly payouts लेना, etc., it's better to invest in debt fund and do a payout monthly. Next thing, next idea is like how can you make your home loan free? Okay, so that is another interesting calculation which I have done, whereby here what you can see is यहाँ पे just a second guys. Yes, now it's clear. Yes. So here the how to make your home loan free. So here what I've taken is okay, we have 75 lakhs, on home loan running as on date. ठीक है, किस पे rate of interest 7.5% हम लोग पे कर रहे हैं. And today we have taken a loan of 20 years, duration 20 years के लिए. EMI आता है 60,400 rupees. Okay. So the thing is, I'm right now telling you guys कि भाई instead of 20 years, extend your duration to 30 years, 10 years से increase कर लो. What will happen is your EMI will reduce. Okay, 52,400 हो जाएगी, and you will be saving an amount of every month. EMI you will be saving is 7,900, like 8,000 rupees you will be saving every month. What is the idea? Okay, so जो भी 8,000 आप save कर रहे हो, okay, पहले आपका लोन क्या था? 20 years का था. Okay, 20 years तक you will be paying 60,400 rupees. Now I have told you कि भाई 20 years से आप 30 years का कर लीजिए, extend कर लीजिए अपना home loan, and 50,400 is the amount which you will be paying, and 8,000 save कर रहे हैं. For that 8,000, I suggest you to start an SIP today. Okay, so what will happen? भाई 20 years तक का loan था, ठीक है, तो 20 years तक your amount which you are saving, you have invested, assuming यार 10% rate of return मिल रहा है, तो वहाँ how much amount हो जाएगा after period of 20 years? 57 lakh rupees. Okay, 57 lakh rupees you have made in the mutual fund. This is your holding value. सेम चीज अगर 15% पे पकड़ोगे तो भाई 1 करोड़ रुपए जमा हो जाएंगे 20 साल बाद. ओके, सो नाउ आई हैव टोल्ड यू कि भाई 30 इयर्स से एक्सटेंड कर लो, मतलब 10 इयर्स से एक्सटेंड कर लो. सो पोस्ट 30 इयर्स व्हाट विल हैपन? फर्स्टली 20 इयर्स तक यू हैव अक्यूमुलेटेड 57 लाख रुपीस. नाउ क्या करना है? 21st ईयर से एवरी मंथ 52,000 रुपीज की EMI जाएगी. मैंने ये 57 लाख में से SWP का प्लान बनाया, लाइक सिस्टमैटिक विड्रॉल प्लान. भाई मेरा लोन अमाउंट है, मैं इसी में से डिडक्ट कर रहा हूँ. कितना? 52,400 every month. It is invested in mutual fund. Post 30 years still मेरे पास 47 लाख रुपीस हो गए मेरे हाथ में. ओके, सेम थिंग अगर आप 15% रिटर्न पे पकड़ोगे, 1 करोड़ अमाउंट, I have accumulated 1 करोड़. इससे every month EMI भी कट रही है. The amount is still invested. I will be having 3 crore rupees in my hand post 30 years. Well guys, you have made your home loan free also, and you have made 10% return पे पकड़ोगे तो extra 47 lakhs you have made. By doing what? By just increasing the tenure of your loan from 20 years to 30 years. भाई home loan से सस्ता rate पे नहीं मिलते पैसे, and it makes sense to just reduce. By I'm just saving 8,000 rupees, okay, and उससे I'm doing this entire calculation. So depending upon your EMI, your home loan amount, you can do the math. If you need any guidance, I can help you guys with this. It's a very basic thing which I have made for this interest rate. Okay, a very, very effective one. Guys, think about it. Increase your home loan because 7%, 6.9% rate पे यार पैसे नहीं मिलते. Think about it. Even 10 years, I've given you the long term thing. I'm going back to the slide. Okay, if you will consider investing in the stock market and forgetting your money, okay, 10% rate of return या 12% यार बहुत ज़्यादा return मिलता है on an average 10 to 11%. 20 years पकड़ो यार, it's a great one. So makes sense to invest and forget, and it's a very lucrative one, I would suggest you, right? Okay. So next investment mantra is to diversify. So we should never put all your eggs in one basket. ओके तो मेन आइडिया है हमें डाइवर्सिफाई करना चाहिए. ओके सो व्हाट आई मीन टू बाय इट इज, सी द थिंग इज, एक होता है रैंडम रिस्क कि हमने एक जगह इन्वेस्ट करके छोड़ दिया, एंटायर मनी यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन, एंटायर मनी इन्वेस्ट कर दिया स्टॉक मार्केट में. आई एम नॉट सजेस्टिंग दैट गाइस, you should diversify. I never recommend a person should invest entire money in stock market. Diversification is a must. Diversification क्यों भाई, risk reduce होता है. So how can you diversify? Example, भाई if a person has diversified in all these assets like equity stocks में invest किया है कि इसको 16% return आए, debt में 8.2 है, fixed deposit 6.5, बैंक सेविंग्स 4% है, पीपीएफ में 7.1, गोल्ड में पर्सन को 8% आया है. मे बी रियल एस्टेट ने यहाँ परफॉर्म नहीं किया, रियल एस्टेट क्रैश हो गया, उसमें -9% रिटर्न आया, बट ओवरऑल यू विल ऑलवेज बी पॉजिटिव में रहोगे. इट विल ऑलवेज आपका कर्व जो होता है रिटर्न का, इट ऑलवेज विल बी पॉजिटिव एंड यू विल बी मेकिंग बेटर रिटर्न. तो ऑलवेज यू शुड मेक श्योर कि यू डाइवर्सिफाई. कभी भी एक चीज में यू शुड नॉट बी गिडी और टेकिंग रिस्क कि यार रियल एस्टेट बहुत सुपर दिख रहा है वही करेगा, यार स्टॉक मार्केट बहुत अच्छा है उसी में इन्वेस्ट कर देते हैं. और यू शुड नॉट बी सो मच पेसिमिस्टिक कि भाई एंटायर मनी वांट टू पुट इन एफडीज. इट ऑलवेज मेक सेंस कि आप डाइवर्सिफाई करो. ओके नेक्स्ट थिंग इज गोल्ड. ओके व्हिच आई वाज टेलिंग यू कि अगर हमें गोल्ड में इन्वेस्ट करना है देन व्हाट इज द राइट वे टू डू इट. नाउ इंस्टेड ऑफ बाइंग फिजिकल गोल्ड आई वुड सजेस्ट यू गाइस टू इन्वेस्ट इन गोल्ड ईटीएफ. क्यों? बिकॉज यार गोल्ड ईटीएफ क्या ऑनलाइन होता है, ठीक है, फिजिकल गोल्ड रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो उसका चोरी होने का डर नहीं. ओके देयर इज नो स्टोरेज का प्रॉब्लम एंड ऑल्सो नो थेफ्ट का रिस्क. सेकेंड इट इज लो कॉस्ट. गोल्ड ईटीएफ के ब्रोकरेज चार्जेस बहुत कम होते हैं and it is lower than the making charges which people the jeweler asks you for. It makes sense. The physical भी नहीं है और making charges भी कम है. So if you want to buy gold ETF buy करो. Okay, the safest one है. Easy to buy, easy to sell. Brokerage charges भी कम है. So if you want to invest in gold, think about gold ETF. Next is forms of diversification. So the thing is diversification में ना we should always distribute as I was telling you. बस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कैसे करना है, कौन से काइंड ऑफ एसेट क्लास में, आई विल गाइड यू. सो इट शुड बी इन अ मिक्स बाय इक्विटीज, डेट, कैश, तीनों का मिक्सचर होना चाहिए. कैश मतलब इट मीन टू से मोर लाइक रेस्ट कैश या कैश इक्विवेलेंट. So I have made there's a thumb rule for the same. Okay, as per your age, there's a formula. Okay, 100 minus your age into 1.25. So the thing is, for example, if you're 30 years old, so 100 minus 30, that is 70 into 1.25 is 87.5%. So जो भी amount आता है, that much you should invest in equity as per your age. Okay, there's a logic to it. So the thing is here, if you're 30 years old, I would suggest ki 87%, 87.5% you should invest in equity. Q, because right now you have a high risk-taking appetite. Okay, your demands are in general, you're looking from a long term, you're at the start of your career, you want to grow further, your demands are less, you're thinking from long-term perspective, then it makes sense to invest higher proportion in your equity, less in debt. Similarly, if you're 45 years old, your percentage of equity reduces to almost 69%. Why? Because the thing is, ऐसा नहीं है कि risk कम है. What I mean to say कि your demand increases, you might think about relaxing now, also enjoying now. You have made enough money, and to even reduce your little bit of risk, because now slowly steadily you are approaching towards retirement. So you should have a safety. कि भाई कभी बहुत लंबा market crash हो जाए, कुछ भी हो जाए, your amount is safe. So 69% equity में रखो, बाकी 31% in debt and cash equivalent. So these are just few kind of बहुत aggressive portfolio है तो 100% equity जो नहीं होना चाहिए. Different investment portfolios मैंने दिखाए हैं इसमें. Just for an idea, nothing to. The next most important thing जो मैं बताना चाहता हूँ is that everyone should rebalance their investment portfolio. Okay guys, so it should not happen कि यार today you have worked thoroughly कि yes आज मैं अपना investment portfolio बनाऊंगा and you guys have thought कि आज equity you use this formula and you made it क्या चलो मेरे इन्वेस्टमेंट सेट है कि 75% मैं इक्विटी में डाल रहा हूँ, बाकी 15 मैंने डाल दिए इसमें डेट और कैश में एंड सेट अ लाइफ. गाइस यू शुड रीबैलेंस इट एवरी 5 to 10 years. ओके, बिकॉज यू आल्सो आर एजिंग, प्रोग्रेसिंग, योर रिस्क एपेटाइट चेंजेस विद योर एज. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट वी रीबैलेंस अ पोर्टफोलियो एवरी 5 to 10 years. यू शुड कीप अ वॉच कि भाई इक्विटी में क्या पोर्शन है, डेट में क्या है. यू शुड नीड टू चेंज बिकॉज इमरजेंसी रिक्वायरमेंट भी होता है, इमरजेंसी एसेट्स एंड So it's very important that as per your investment, as per your risk appetite, you need to keep rebalancing a portfolio to have better returns. Okay. Next investment mantra is to have a safety net. Okay. That is a term insurance. Well guys, I know कि वजन term insurance को इतना believe नहीं करते होगे शायद. I will change that perception in the next 1 minute. You will understand ke why it is, there are two sides to term insurance. Second is every person must have a contingency fund, that is a risk fund. कि यार liquid fund में savings bank account या FDs में होना ही चाहिए as an emergency. Right now, like we are going through the COVID phase. Okay, so right now people will be working from home. बहुत जनों का ऐसा है कि भाई they're working in the industries or anything, so lot के भाई industries अच्छी नहीं चल रही, payments नहीं आ रहे client से, so that is why your safety contingency fund काम में आता है भाई. If any one of your family members get sick, भाई the hospital cost is huge, so liquid fund savings में हमेशा होना चाहिए. Okay, it should not be like entire amount you have invested in equity and other part, so you should distribute. Next is why I was talking about term insurance. Okay, so let me explain you. That was the first thing I've told you. Traditional insurance bhul jao. Instead of that, you should think about investing what? Term insurance and an SIP. Why I will explain. Okay, the first example which you can see कि मैंने the person has taken a traditional insurance. ठीक है, ट्रेडिशनल इंश्योरेंस लिया है उसने, डे वन पे बोला है कि भाई जैसे कि I don't want to, LIC is great and everything. The plan I'm talking about, traditional insurance, is not that lucrative anymore. Because अभी डे वन पे यार मैंने 10 लाख का सम एश्योर्ड का मैंने ट्रेडिशनल इंश्योरेंस बाय किया. ओके, 10 लाख रुपीज. क्यों भाई? पैसे मुझे रिटर्न मिल जाएंगे. ओके, आई एम गेटिंग माय मनी बैक. द बेस्ट. पीपल डोंट वांट टू, पीपल फील के टर्म इंश्योरेंस है यार पैसे वापस मिलेंगे नहीं, तो ट्रेडिशनल में इन्वेस्ट करते बिकॉज आई विल बी गेटिंग माय मनी बैक. The concept is wrong, which people don't understand. I will make you understand better. So 10 lakhs ka you have bought a term insurance. Okay, traditional insurance. Annual premium you are paying kitna? 26,200. So what happens in a traditional insurance mein, as your age keeps on increasing, इसने क्या at the age of 30 years buy किया. ठीक है, 30 साल का बंदा है उसने buy किया. So as soon as his age keeps on increasing, so 30 से 32 पहुंचा बंदा, 40 पहुंचा. Every year he is paying the same annual premium 26,200 ka. So what happens is as soon as the person keeps paying, uska risk cover jo hai, sum assured jo hai na, wo बढ़ता रहता है. You guys would be knowing that when he approaches at the age of 40, uska 15 lakh ka sum assured ho gaya. When he approaches at the age of 60, 37 lakhs ka sum assured ho gaya. Okay, and amount received on maturity, by जब 65 years का है, he is surviving, he will get that entire 50 lakh rupees back. You are very happy कि यार मैंने risk cover भी कर लिया और मुझे 50 लाख रुपीज at the end of 65 years मिल गए. That is why people go with traditional insurance. That has been the concept till date. But guys, there is a change in the scenario now. Okay, I will explain you why. Now Mr. Akash, okay, he is now looking from the new era. Okay, so he is also age 30 years. He bought a term insurance today, guys. Term insurance 50 lakhs की बाई की है. इसके लिए उसको annual premium क्या पे करना है? 6,000 almost. ठीक है. Now I am giving a comparison, guys, के आकाश ने 50 लाख का टर्म इंश्योरेंस बाय किया. एडवांटेज देखो, डे वन पे he was getting ट्रेडिशनल इंश्योरेंस में सम एश्योर्ड क्या है? अगर समथिंग हैपेंस टू मी, फॉर एग्जांपल आई हैव टेकन अ टर्म इंश्योरेंस टुडे, ठीक है, ट्रेडिशनल, अगर मुझे कल कुछ हो जाता है तो मैं फैमिली गेट्स ओनली 10 लाख रुपीज. सेम थिंग आकाश के केस में क्या होगा? उसको 50 लाख मिलेंगे. डे वन से टर्म इंश्योरेंस बाय किया गाइस, इसमें 10 लाख से मिल रहा है. मैं जब 65 पहुंचूंगा तब मुझे 50 लाख मिलेंगे. इफ एनीथिंग हैपेंस टू मी 64 एज पे भी, तो फैमिली को 50 लाख मिलेंगे. आकाश को भाई आज से लेके 65 तक ही विल बी गेटिंग फिक्स 50 लाख रुपीज. सो व्हाट वी द डिफरेंस इज, जो आपने ट्रेडिशनल इंश्योरेंस इफ यू हैव टेकन 26,000 रुपीज आप पे कर रहे होते, नाउ टर्म इंश्योरेंस में यू विल बी पेइंग 6,000 रुपीज. डिफरेंस क्या है? 20,000 का. ओके, I am suggesting you guys that for this 20,000 start an SIP. मैंने सेम अमाउंट को 20,000 को डिवाइड किया 12 से, तो मंथली SIP कितना है? 1,700 रुपीज का. ओके, द सेम अमाउंट यू इन्वेस्ट ओके इन द मार्केट. तो अगर 12% रिटर्न पकड़ते आप टिल द एज ऑफ 65, द अमाउंट वुड हैव अक्यूमुलेटेड इज 45 लाख रुपीज. गाइस 12% ही पकड़ा मैंने. ओके, यू इन्वेस्ट 1,700 पर मंथ, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा मैं जेब से बोल नहीं रहा. इट इज द सेम 20,000 जो बैलेंस बचा है. 12% एवरी यू आर गेटिंग इट 45 लाख रुपीज हो जाएगा। सेम थिंग अगर मार्केट परफॉर्म्स इवन बेटर 16% है तो 1 करोड़ रुपीज टिल द एज ऑफ 65। मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट गाइज, डे 1 पे भी आपको 50 लाख का इंश्योरेंस मिल रहा है। एंड वंस यू रीच 65 इयर्स ऑफ एज, जो आप बोलते हैं ना हमें पैसे वापस चाहिए, भाई गाइस यू आर टेकिंग इट 16% रेट ऑफ रिटर्न मिला तो यू आर टेकिंग 1 करोड़, यहाँ पे यू आर टेकिंग 50 लाख। एंड डे 1 पे आपको सम एश्योर्ड ट्रेडिशनल में खाली 10 लाख का मिल रहा था, और यहाँ पे डे 1 पे आपको सम एश्योर्ड 50 लाख का मिल रहा है। सो गाइज, why to go with traditional insurance? It is a 100% no. Okay, term insurance is in, and you should think about it. Okay, 100% go with the best companies. Okay, best claim settlement ratio होना चाहिए, and definitely there are more things to be taken care. But I would उसके लिए अलग से term insurance का अलग से होना चाहिए. So that is another bigger concept as such. But I am just suggesting you guys that term insurance जो है you should go for instead of the traditional. Okay, so I guess I'm clear on that. बस 2-3 पॉइंट बता दूंगा कि when you how about selecting a company के term insurance अभी आप select करते हो तो first you should see the claim settlement ratio of the company, solvency ratio देखना चाहिए आपको. Definitely there are people who are selling it, but you should do your homework. by you're taking it from a long term period. ठीक है, आज 30 years अगर हो तो 35 पे देख रहे हो 65, then you should know it यार कितना पे the company should be existing to give you the claim. So it makes sense to even see the claim solvency, बाद में the what has been the how many people have taken it and how well the company is. So next thing I will go ahead. Next, yes, most important guys, you might be thinking yeah term insurance है तो ये expensive है, you can't treat it as an investment. Well, there is another thing which I would like to change the perception today, that term insurance can be a great investment also. Okay, how? I will explain you. बहुत जनों को पता होगा कि हमें टर्म इंश्योरेंस 100 इयर्स की भी मिलती है as on date. Okay, companies have started selling 99 years की policy. So here what I have given an example is, for example, you have taken a you have taken an insurance for your mother. Okay, a term insurance. So from for yourself, for your mother, be it or for female, I have taken an example यहाँ पे, a female who is a Mrs. A, जो is her age is 53 years old today. ठीक है, किसमें मैंने दो ऑप्शन दिखाए है कि आपने एक तो है कि आपने 50 लाख का टर्म इंश्योरेंस बाय किया and you end up investing, okay, 48,000 rupees, that is the premium. Okay, 50 lakh का term insurance you're buying for a period of 99 year की policy है, so that is जब तक वो 99 years के तक पहुंचेंगे तो policy will be valid, that is you're taking a 100 year की policy for her. ठीक है, तो प्रीमियम क्या आता है, per year you have to make a payment of 49,000 rupees. It is mentioned यहाँ पे for 20 years. So guys, now the policy comes with limited pay option. Limited pay option में क्या होता है कि आप invest करो, okay, you can buy, so you need to only make 20 premiums का payment. Okay, like मेरे को 49,000 20 years तक pay करना है, policy is valid till 99 years. Okay, so the advantage is कि यार मैं कितना पे कर रहा हूँ. Okay, if you will go with the total value, like मैं अगर 50,000 to 20 भी करूँ ना, मैं 10 लाख रुपीस पे कर रहा हूँ 20 साल के अंदर. Okay, 20, that is the total amount I can say I have mentioned here. कि we are paying a premium of 49,000 for 20 years. कितना total payment किया? That is 9,77,000. That is the cost. Okay, and then by आजकल the way the diseases are happening, by a person reaches 99 years and it's like almost a surety कि you are getting that 50 lakh rupees back. It's like I would say another kind of investment you can think about. When you're taking a 99-year policy, a term policy, it is kind of an investment which you can think about. Same money मैं बोलता हूँ कि यार आप बोलो कि नहीं भाई बहुत expensive है. You have invested the same 49,000 rupees. Okay, I'm approx value पे बोल रहा हूँ 49,000 in a fixed deposit at 8% पकड़ रहा हूँ मैं. आज के दिन तो यार 6.9% है. I'm counting the same at 8%. You have invested the same money for 20 years. Every year you're depositing that amount in the FD for 20 years. 49,000 आज डाला, 49,000 कल डाला. Okay, so that amount becomes 50 lakhs after 94 years. मतलब आज 53 years की है Mrs. B. She keeps investing. भाई 20 साल तक उसने इन्वेस्ट किया, बाद में the amount is lying. Then when she becomes 94 years ना, तब वो amount 50 lakhs पहुंचेगा, वो भी 8% इंटरेस्ट पे गाइस. 8% इंटरेस्ट जो आज 6.9 है, तो ये तो अभी मेरे को लगता है 99 क्रॉस ही हो जाएगा और तभी पहुंचेगा 50 लाख. ऐसे तो पहुंचेगा नहीं. What is to lose? Nothing. So guys, change your perception. Term insurance has become a investment now. It is not an expense. People feel के यार आज पे कर दिया भाई expense हो गया. I would tell you it has become an investment when you buy a 99-year policy. You know it. There's a virtual certainty that you will get your money back. बाकी 100 years if you live, then it's another celebration, guys. So makes sense. Okay. So why do you think in this case Mrs. A has made a smarter investment than Mrs. B? You guys might understand कि भाई term insurance रिस्क कवर भी दे रहा है डे वन से. ओके यहाँ पे क्या है द नेक्स्ट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट 50 लाख की मैंने जो टर्म इंश्योरेंस बाय की थी ना मैं डे वन से बाय की है एट द एज ऑफ 53 इन दिस केस. तो इफ एनीथिंग हैपेंस ओके द पर्सन बिकॉज ऑफ मेडिकल रीजन या कोई भी एज ऑफ 60 या एज ऑफ 65 भाई फैमिली को आज के आज उसी दिन 50 लाख मिल जाएंगे. एफडी में देखोगे तो भाई 3 लाख 4 लाख रुपए मिलेंगे या 5 लाख मिल जाएंगे जो अमाउंट ग्रो कर रहा है. डे वन से गेटिंग इट virtual certainty है till 99 years. Guys, term insurance is an investment. Okay. So I will go for the next thing by save tax. Well, I know that you guys all are, you know, ये चीज मुझे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Like every penny saved is money earned. Like we all do these things, you know, save taxes for our clients, and we all are pro in this. Okay. So just a few recap for you guys I would say, because I know कि ये चीज आपको पता होगी, but I'm just, you guys would have studied somewhere, but एक recap होता है तो एक चीज होती है कि it comes back to your mind कि यार ये चीज मेरे mind से slip हो रही थी. So I will just give a recap कि how can you save tax. Okay, so first idea, okay, that instead of investing in fixed deposit debt fund, how is it better and it is tax saving? I will explain you guys. So the thing is मैंने वापस rate of interest 8% पकड़ा है दोनों में, because ease of comparison के लिए आज तो fixed deposit में मिलता नहीं है as we all know. So we have invested 1 lakh rupees. Okay, 1 lakh rupees invest किया. Just a second guys. So we have invested 1 lakh rupees at rate of 8% interest. Okay, FD में and also in debt fund. Here I have counted the investment horizon after 3 years. So हमने 3 years के लिए FD में investment किया. Okay, we have deposited the amount 1 lakh and we'll take it back after 3 years. Okay, 8% return will get every for the next 3 years. So मैंने cumulative amount देखा तो how much the amount comes is 1,25,971. There's a reason for that, because guys you must be knowing कि by debt fund में 3 years बाद the tax rate come is 10%. FD में यार कुछ भी हो 31% ही लगने वाला है, अपनी slab rate पे लगेगा. Okay, so there is no difference. So FD will come 31% back. So how much is the gain which you have made? Okay, the taxable income in case of FD is 25,000 rupees, जो अपना incremental है. Same चीज debt में होगा the gain, same amount. Tax कितना पे कर रहे हैं? In case of an FD 8,000 rupees tax पे किया. Debt fund में कितना पे किया? 2,600. Net income कैसे? 1,25,000 minus जो tax पे किया. Okay, so total return 1,17,000 in case of FD, which is मैंने CAGR रिटर्न निकाला है, दैट इज ईयर ऑन ईयर 3 साल का डिवाइड करते हैं तो दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट 6% रिटर्न आ रहा है. ओके, इन केस ऑफ डेट फंड आई एम गेटिंग 7.79% रिटर्न गाइस. 7.79. एक्चुअली तो एफडी में अभी 5.25 आना चाहिए, बिकॉज मैंने 8% रेट ऑफ रिटर्न पकड़ा है. एक्चुअली 5.95 भी नहीं आएगा, 4.95 से भी नीचे आएगा, बिकॉज द रेट हैज कम डाउन टू 6.9. जस्ट फॉर ईज ऑफ कैलकुलेशन यू कैन सी कि डेट फंड इज सो ऑसम एज कंपेयर्ड टू फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट. बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि 100 रुपीज अगर इन्वेस्ट करना है तो पूरा डेट फंड में लगा दिया. गाइस रिमेंबर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन. ओके, डाइवर्सिफाई करो अपने रिस्क एपेटाइट के अकॉर्डिंगली. डेट फंड में पैसे लगाओ, डेफिनेट फिक्स डिपॉजिट में भी रखो, बट डाइवर्सिफाई करो. यू नो, मे बी 75-25, 70-30, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर एज एंड अदर थिंग विच आई कैन यू नो हेल्प यू विद द सेम इफ एनी काइंड ऑफ क्वेरीज आर देयर. So the most important, debt fund में invest करोगे तो guys the rate of tax is nothing यार, 7.79. मुझे पता है आज भी ट्रेडिशनल मेथड है, people believe यार fixed deposit safest है. I will suggest you about debt funds, okay? I will just see. So the thing is debt fund में ऐसा है कि there are a lot of mutual funds. I will be covering in the we go ahead about how to select a mutual fund. Okay, so debt fund में जो भी है, so there are a lot of good quality debt funds. पता है मुझे बहुत जन को याद आ रहा होगा कि यार फ्रैंकलिन टेम्पल्टन डूब गया था, वो भी डेट फंड था. देयर वाज अ रीजन फॉर दैट व्हिच आई विल जस्ट डिस्कस इन शॉर्ट. ओके, there are a lot more. It's a very complex thing altogether, but just I will just throw as a brief overview for that. तो ये चीज बहुत क्लियर है कि टैक्सेशन पॉइंट से डेट फंड इज फार बेटर एफडी के ऊपर. So think about it, guys. And डेट फंड में लिक्विड फंड भी आता है, guys. Most important, लिक्विड फंड भी आता है. लिक्विड फंड को भी डेट फंड बोलते हैं. So the thing is, if you guys think about investing in savings account, 4% return मिल रहा है. Liquid fund में भी almost you will be getting 5% return. Same thing है, liquid fund में आज invest करो, you can get the money tomorrow back. बस एक दिन पहले आपको redemption request देनी पड़ती है, like redemption request, withdrawal request देनी पड़ती है. You can get your money tomorrow. Advantage, savings account में आपके बहुत पैसे पड़े रहते होंगे यार, पड़े as an emergency fund में savings में रखता हूँ पैसे. Many people might be doing it. इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट लिक्विड फंड में रखो. वाई? सेविंग्स अकाउंट पे जो भी इंटरेस्ट होता है सेम 30% टैक्स लगता है. लिक्विड फंड में अगर सेम अमाउंट इज लाइंग देयर फॉर 3 years, टैक्स रेट वुड कम एज 10%. गाइस, थिंक अबाउट इट. इमरजेंसी फंड पे भी बेटर रिटर्न. एवरी मनी सेव्ड इज many money earned. So guys, just a recap. I know everyone knows about this thing. Basics है guys, एकदम basics. But एक recap होता है तो ये होता है ना कि यार हाँ ये चीज मैं भूल गया था, तो why not start doing it from tomorrow. Okay, just analyze it. So next thing is actually ये चीज मेरे बाकी इन्वेस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन में रहता है. दिस इज नॉट एप फॉर यू गाइस बिकॉज ये तो हर इन सबको पता होगा, बट नाउ इज एज इट इज देयर दैट इट मेक्स सेंस टू बाय अ हाउस इन जॉइंट नेम because you get double benefit of ATC and the interest benefit, which I won't be discussing. It's like no need for recap for that. Sorry. So next thing is ELSS. So why ELSS, guys, is the best form of traditional investment? मतलब traditional के better. That is ATC. That is a mutual fund, which everyone would be knowing it. It makes sense to invest in ELSS over PPF. क्यों मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ भाई, PPF का रिटर्न अभी तक गवर्नमेंट 8% दे रही थी. Now they have reduced it to 7.1%. Okay, which is they have reduced it by far. Yeah. So if you see the last 5 year returns of the best performing ELSS, 7.26, 7.15, 10-year return पकड़ लो भाई 14%, 10%. भाई on an average यार इनको 9% ही पकड़ोगे ना तो भी it is handsomely beating the PPF. Okay, I know everyone would be investing in like PPF and other thing and forgetting it. Okay, भाई it's a emergency fund, don't touch it. Think about investing in ELSS. Diversify करो. I'm not telling कि PPF में मत डालो. Diversify it. Makes sense. You're earning far better returns. Okay. And the cumulative, the power of compounding मैंने बताया. 25,000 per month. If you keep on investing, the amount becomes so high. 7% और कहाँ 9 या 10% का return. यहाँ पे तो 14 है. I'm not telling you guys to dream out 14 also. 11-12% भी होगा ना तो अगर PPF में आफ्टर पीरियड 20 years or 30 years अमाउंट अगर 1 CR होगा तो इसमें डेफिनेटली इट विल गो 2.5 CR समथिंग. ओके, क्यूमुलेटिवली अमाउंट ग्रोज रियली फास्ट. आई एम टेलिंग यू. सो इट मेक्स सेंस टू डाइवर्सिफाई. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज लिक्विड फंड. जो मैं बता रहा था कि भाई सेविंग्स अकाउंट में जो पैसे रख रहे हो आप, किसमें 4% मिलता है. एंड देयर आर फ्यू बैंक्स व्हिच आर ऑफरिंग 7% गाइस. IDFC फर्स्ट है एंड इवन कोटक है जो 6% देती है. IDFC फर्स्ट में 7% मिलता है. सो which people have the risk appetite and they know it कि भाई they want to take it, तो उसमें invest कर सकते हो. And other thing, people go with the HDFC and other the banks जो 4% देती है. Over that, liquid funds are much better. Taxation point of view से guys 5.7% return on an average मिल रहा है 1 year का. ठीक है, इसको और नीचे भी पकड़ोगे तो भी 5% भी पकड़ लो यार वर्स्ट के, तो भी रिटर्न बेटर ही मिल रहा है. और नीचे भी जाएगा कितना चले जाएगा. So and the best part is the taxation. Okay, I told you that liquid funds का taxation works exactly like debt funds. It's a debt fund, so 10% tax ही लगेगा. Okay, so the thing is, it makes sense for all the business people. Like we will be having a current account, so we don't get any money. Whatever balance we hold in our current account, we should invest that money in liquid fund. Why? भाई कभी भी कोई बैलेंस चाहिए, लिक्विड फंड से कुछ भी विड्रॉ करना है, आज रेज करो कल पैसे आ जाएंगे. Liquid fund पे you earn interest, current account में कुछ नहीं मिलता. So it makes sense that suggest to your clients, even if your firm's all money is lying in the current account, you should just keep your day-to-day expenses का in your current account and remaining you should keep it in your liquid fund. You will be earning money. मतलब it makes sense to invest that money rather than keeping it idle in your current account. Okay, so दिस इज एक्सट्रीमली सेफ फंड यार. HDFC लिक्विड फंड है, UTI कैश लिक्विड फंड है, एकदम सेफ फंड है गाइस. सो देयर इज नथिंग टू वरी. 100% नहीं करना है स्टिल. ओके, आई एम सजेस्टिंग यू गाइस व्हिच आर बेटर, बट दैट डजंट मीन कि यार रिटर्न बेटर मिल रहा है तो मैं 100% डाल दूं. That should never be the case. I strongly recommend diversify again. Next investment mantra, my last for the day, is we should make utmost use of our financial resources. Rule number 1, never lose money. And rule number 2, never forget rule number 1, which is never lose money, guys. So most important, as Warren Buffett rightly said, that guys, पैसा lose नहीं करने चाहिए, तो we should diversify, risk minimize करना चाहिए. Equity market हो, debt market हो, liquid funds हो. So you should diversify, you should plan, rebalance portfolios. So I will just go ahead just a second. So I guess we all understood the 6 investment mantras which I had recommended. So yeah, next was there's a great blog on mutual funds. I'll be just going I will be just naming the points which I look after. Okay, as in I can just guide you guys ke what do I how do I prefer what investing in mutual fund. So अगर मुझे कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है म्यूचुअल फंड में, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं डाइवर्सिफिकेशन देखूंगा. ओके, सो म्यूचुअल फंड मार्केट में डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स के आते हैं गाइस. ओके, सेक्टर्स मतलब लार्ज कैप आते हैं, मिड कैप आते हैं, स्मॉल कैप आते हैं. ओके, एंड डाइवर्सिफाइड कैप भी आते हैं जो मल्टी कैप है. So it's more important that you diversify in mutual funds too. I won't recommend कि यार go with the top performing mutual fund. आज ये rank 1 है तो मैं इसमें invest कर देता हूँ. Never do that. Okay. You from the fact sheet can analyze के, for example, मैं कोई mutual fund का नाम नहीं लेना चाहता because I'm not promoting any specific mutual fund, because if I name anything you guys might think यार ये best है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. तो मैं कोई भी mutual fund like HDFC कंपनी का mutual fund है. Okay. Okay. So HDFC large cap fund है तो उसका ना fact sheet रहती है. So you know where are these mutual fund investing the money. They give you a percentage of that investment. For example, Reliance, they have invested out of 100 rupees, 9% they have invested in Reliance, 7% HDFC, then HDFC Limited, then SBI में invested है. So do you know from the fact sheet what is the distribution? So it is important कि आप distribution देखो mutual fund का. Next, expense ratio देखो भाई. Every mutual fund ना marketing cost बहुत incur करते हैं. What then you need to see कि किसका expense cost less है, because after all कितना expense कम होगा उतना आपको return high है. Third, AUM बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है भाई. कितने लोगों ने इन्वेस्ट किया है, हाउ मेनी पीपल ट्रस्ट दैट म्यूचुअल फंड. दैट डजंट मीन कि हाईएस्ट में जाओ, बट यू नो इट कि इट शुड नॉट बी भाई. कोई म्यूचुअल फंड के 10,000 करोड़ होते हैं AUM, किसी का 5,000 करोड़ है, किसी का जस्ट लॉन्च हुआ है 300 करोड़ है. यू नो इट कि भाई दिस म्यूचुअल फंड इज नॉट देयर टू इन्वेस्ट. ओके, मेनली बहुत सारे म्यूचुअल फंड एज अ न्यू NFOs आते हैं या समथिंग लाइक दैट, whereby there would be a lot of people who would be guiding you यार NFO में डालो, new fund offer आया है. I am of the person that I never suggest मतलब as in I never suggest anyone, और मतलब मैं भी नहीं जाना चाहता उसमें NFO में, because क्या होता है NFO में usually सब जो भी आपके वो होते हैं ना, क्या बोलते हैं या जो आपको गाइड करते हैं like investment experts, या they usually pitch in के NFO में डाल दीजिए. So there is a second hidden motive also कि NFOs में what happens is companies give a better commission on that. Okay, so they tell you कि यार आप NFO में पैसे डालिए because new fund आया है या something. They won't tell you, बस बोलेंगे ये fund बहुत अच्छा है, invest in that. And every company is HDFC is coming with a new fund. वो लोग बोलेंगे भाई इसमें डालो पैसे. Okay, they want कि भाई as you told कि as a parameter which I will see as a investor कि भाई उस fund में अगर 10,000 करोड़ है या 5,000 करोड़ है, that means people trust that fund. It's a good fund, performing fund है. न्यू फंड है तो उसमें कितने हो गए, 100 करोड़ हो गए, 200 करोड़ हो गए. ओके, so they want to reach that 1,000 mark very quickly, so they will be giving extra incentives to all the agents कि भाई let make sure कि सब लोग को NFOs में आप इन्वेस्ट करवाइए जो भी न्यू फंड आते हैं. So you should not fall prey to that. You should not आग बंद करके इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. You should also check कि भाई न्यू फंड है क्या नहीं. कभी कभी उसके एडवांटेजेस है. There are at times whereby people have changed the strategy, come up with a fund के lucrative way से डिजाइन किया है as per the economy, but वो 10 में से 1 या 2 बार ही होता है अगर 10 फंड्स आए तो. रिमेनिंग 8 फंड्स जस्ट मार्केटिंग के लिए या इंक्रीज द बिजनेस के लिए they come up with. So it doesn't make sense. So next is fund managers also plays an important role guys कि fund manager मतलब कौन fund manage कर रहा है in short. So you should also know कि वो fund manager का experience क्या है, education background क्या है. तो एक brief overview देख सकते हो. मतलब I know कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा deep में बता रहा हूँ, but I'm just telling you कि as an investor when you think about investing क्या parameters देखने चाहिए. Ranking definitely देख सकते हो कि top 3 rankings में है, तो मैं बोलूँगा उसमें भी diversify करो. मैं अगर लार्ज कैप फंड में डाल रहा हूँ तो मैंने टॉप 3 देखे, तो टॉप 3 में कौन से स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट किया है. यू कैन डाइवर्सिफाई अमंग द स्टॉक्स ऑल्सो. यार रिलायंस में इसने 9% डाला है, एसबीआई में इसने 6% है, तो यू कैन डाइवर्सिफाई फ्रॉम कि भाई मैं इन 3 में इन्वेस्ट करूंगा तो मेरे पैसे और डाइवर्सिफाई हो जाएंगे. एक म्यूचुअल फंड 60 स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है, दूसरा म्यूचुअल फंड 20 में कर रहा है, तीसरा म्यूचुअल फंड 40 में कर रहा है. सो यू नो के म्यूचुअल फंड कितने स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्टेड है. यू नो हाउ रिस्की योर स्टॉक या हाउ वेल डाइवर्सिफाइड योर म्यूचुअल फंड इज. तो ऐसे पैरामीटर्स होते हैं यू कैन डिसाइड. सिमिलरली म्यूचुअल फंड में आई वाज टेलिंग यू अबाउट डेट फंड, किसे मैंने नहीं बताया. डेट फंड इज वन थिंग के व्हिच आई वाज रिकमेंडिंग. द गुड क्वालिटी डेट फंड व्हिच आर अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट. यू कैन सी कि वो किस में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. लाइक एचडीएफसी का डेट फंड है, देयर इज निपॉन का है, एसबीआई का है. So Franklin was one thing which didn't work out well. Well, it was giving a very high rate of return, 9.5 के पास दे रहा था वो. So guys who wanted to take the risk, वो लोग ने Franklin में invest किया था. And then you would have heard in the news if people would have following the market के Franklin Templeton का debt fund, you know, was not performing and they stopped giving money to the people and people धीरे-धीरे सोचे कि भाई debt बहुत risky है. I'm saying ऐसा कुछ change of scenario नहीं हुआ है. Go with lesser rate of return, na guys. Go with 8% return, yeah, that which gives, you know, which are risk free. I would say not risk free totally, like AAA rated hai yaar, so it's fine. And they distribute it like 100 rupees hai, they will be investing in 100 companies, 1%. कोई कंपनी अगर डूब भी गई ना तो आपके 1-2 रुपए कम हो जाएंगे, लेकिन आप ओवरऑल इंटरेस्ट इतना अर्न कर रहे हो ना, तो यू विल नेवर मेक अ लॉस. तो कभी ऐसा प्रॉब्लम आता नहीं है. एंड whichever these debt funds are there ना, उनके फंड मैनेजर्स दे आर एक्सपर्ट्स to invest in the right one. So you can do a bit analysis के AAA में कर रहे हैं, commercial paper में कर रहे हैं, किस में कर रहे हैं. You should have an idea about that. But yeah, debt fund is too cool an investment opportunity. Okay, why? Taxation needs के कारण. Term insurance मैंने बता दिया. Mutual fund हर ड्रीम के लिए, हर गोल के लिए एक जैसे म्यूचुअल फंड होना चाहिए guys. क्यों बोल रहा था मैं? I'm just giving a recap. Power of compounding के कारण. I'm more or less like I've, you know, थोड़ी चीजों पे I've cut short and I would say we have come to the end, guys. Thank you for being a great audience. Okay. So if you, मैंने जो भी ऐसे sectors या जो भी आपको ऐसे suggest किया है, मैंने on personal level किया because I found them good. That doesn't mean आप जाके blindly, you know, buy them. Do your analysis, read about it, and think, you know, then invest. If you don't understand any calculation या कोई चीज या डेट अच्छा क्यों है या म्यूचुअल फंड कैसे, कोई गाइडेंस आपको चाहिए या कोई हेल्प चाहिए, you can, you know, feel free to contact me and I'm also free available for questions for guys. कोई questions है, I'm free. You guys can, you know, talk in the question box. Amit ji, hello.
Yes, sir, Vinit sir. Sir, this is a very
So the
wonderful
thing is,
session. Hello.
Yes.
Vinit sir.
हाँ जी.
This is a very wonderful session, but some questions from the audience. Please put up the questions in the question box. Please check in question box, sir.
Just a second. Can you make it the sharing part? Right now, Amit ji, I can't see the question box. Just a second. Maybe.
एक मिनट सर, वो शेयर कर रहे हैं. एक मिनट में शेयर कर रहा हूँ.
Okay, done.
शेयर करो क्वेश्चन.
Amit ji, please allow your video.
Okay, sorry, मेरा वीडियो ऑफ है क्या? एक सेकंड.
Amit ji.
तो आपको उससे पहले बोलना चाहिए था. Actually क्या है, I was just seeing the presentation. मैंने वीडियो ना minimize कर दिया था.
You are available in video. Amit ji is not available.
Yeah.
मेरा-
I'm available, sir.
My video is available, right?
Yes.
Yeah. विनय जी क्वेश्चन आंसर शेयर कर दीजिए प्लीज।
सर कर रहा हूँ सर, कर रहा हूँ।
अमित जी स्क्रीन पे नहीं दिख रहा है ना? अमित जी आप बोलते जाओ ना क्वेश्चन, आई थिंक ही कैन रिप्लाई।
नहीं सर, एक मिनट, वो उन्हीं के पास ये आ गए सर।
So first question,
विनीत सर।
yes, I can see now.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the first question is, many insurance companies nowadays provide term insurance, okay, for 99 years with limited pay period. What are the chances of claims getting honored? Would be 100%. And in such scenario, how this businesses would be profitable for the company? Okay. So let me explain you how do insurance companies work. Firstly is, you guys might be knowing कि यार LIC, okay, yeah, life insurance business is one of the most profitable businesses ever. Why? Because the thing is, they go on average principle, okay guys. कि क्या होता है कि when they are given an insurance, a term insurance, अगर वो 100 लोगों को sell कर रहे हैं, so they know the life expectancy of the person, कि you know what will be on an average, that how many people will die of this disease, or maybe they will develop you know, an ailment after a period of a person is taking at the age of 30 years or 50 years, कि उनकी life expectancy क्या होगी. So they distribute it on an average. So 100, they know it के by 25 cases में they have to make the payment, they know it. Remaining में they know it कि they will have to make the payment at a later period of time. So in this case, अमित जी मैं वापस वो presentation भी possible है क्या on off करना? मतलब मैं उस example से और भी better explain कर सकता हूँ, या तो I can do it orally also. What do you, आपके लिए थोड़ा on off करना difficult हो जाएगा ना अमित जी? अच्छा great,
हाँ, थोड़ा
thank
सा
you.
issue आएगा, लेकिन एक मिनट।
नहीं एक सेकंड, एक्चुअली मैंने भी अपना प्रेजेंटेशन एक मिनट का,
आपका शेयर स्क्रीन है सर, आपका दिखा सकते हो आप।
हेलो विनीत सर।
हाँ जी
सर आप शो माय स्क्रीन करिए। विनीत सर।
यस तो आई विल जस्ट हाँ जी।
हेलो विनीत सर। सर जी मैंने आपको क्वेश्चन का ऑप्शन दे दिया, जो कि सामने देखिए नीचे क्वेश्चन का ऑप्शन आ रहा है, जो भी क्वेश्चन है आप देख सकते हैं सर।
अभी क्वेश्चन का भी ऑप्शन दिख रहा है।
हाँ वो भी ऑप्शन दे दिया।
तो कूल, मैं देख लूंगा, मैं फिर एक बार कुछ मुझे प्रॉब्लम आएगी तो मैं आई विल जस्ट गेट योर हेल्प। सो एनीवेज आई विल बी आंसरिंग फर्स्ट अबाउट द टर्म इंश्योरेंस के व्हाई think ये 99 years can work. Okay, so I have made this example with term insurance. Just yes, this was the one. तो एक सेकंड मैं इसको फुल स्क्रीन नहीं कर पा रहा था बिकॉज मेरा ये टैप बॉक्स है। तो एनीवेज आई गेस इट इज क्वाइट विजिबल। सो मेन आइडिया इज टर्म इंश्योरेंस क्या बेसिस पे दे वर्क इज, ओके मैंने यहाँ पे लिया था कि पर्सन इज गेटिंग 8% रेट ऑफ रिटर्न। ओके तो एट द एज ऑफ 94 years 50 lakh rupees होता, ओके दैट अमाउंट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट। By term insurance companies, they get amount in huge, okay, lump sum. They don't invest in FDs or something. They get the rate of return is much higher. They do the business model and they average it out. भाई उनका rate of return is 12%, 13%. वो लोग बहुत जल्दी break even पे आ जाते हैं. Okay. And out of 100 people को अगर policy दी है, they know it कि भाई मुझे 20-25 लोगों को जल्दी pay out करना है. Later on, people will be paying. You know, they will be getting a life expectancy. कोई 75 years पे someone will pass away, कोई 80 पे होगा. So the longer the person survives, they know it. On the the bell curve बोलते हैं, they know it कि भाई इतना अमाउंट तो वो लोग रिकवर कर जाएंगे। भाई 12-13% रेट ऑफ रिटर्न मिलता है, they तो invest, they get a big chunk, they are big investors, okay, they buy shares in the market and all, bulk deals होती है, so they make big amount of money guys, so they are always profitable. Okay, life insurance I'm talking about is one of the most profitable business and you can be rest assured, but that doesn't mean that you go for a company which is offering you a lowest premium. Most important है claim settlement ratio। देखिए कंपनीज का claim settlement ratio होना चाहिए 98%, 99%। उसके नीचे अगर बोलोगे कि भाई इसकी प्रीमियम ये 99 years की पॉलिसी दे रहा है which 95% है claim settlement, highly no. Okay, because उसमें भी there is a way you should analyze it. How good the company is, solvency ratio क्या है company का. These all things plays a vital role. So I guess that answers the question कि क्यों term insurance is such a thing and why companies can make the profit.
Sir, before the next question, Vineet sir.
Yes.
Before the next question, I just our CCM member Durgesh Ji Kabra is here in the session.
Okay.
So we'd like to invite Durgesh Kabra sir to address the audience. Please, sir.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes,
Amit ji. Thank you, Amit ji, and thank Saurabh. And I was listening to Vineet with respect to the investment opportunities and what kind of care has to be taken while you are investing. So investors' education is very important, and that too in a market which is going every day high and high, and it's becoming riskier. So no doubt when you age is told by Harshad, and which has become very popular now. जहाँ रिस्क है तो इश्क है, तो रिस्क तो लेना ही पड़ेगा, इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है. But in the same way, when you are taking risk, you have to understand what kind of risk you are taking. That is what most important for all the investors. And normally what happens when you are a chartered accountant, there are only two ways available for the investment. One is share market, another one is the property. Because no chartered accountant would like to give the loan to anybody. So these are the two ways where you have to invest. And one area where you are showing where the investments are riskier and where the investments are not riskier, as well as what kind of precautions are required to be taken. So investor education have become very important for all of us. We should avoid Ponzi schemes kind of things. Whatever good schemes are there, maybe mutual fund, maybe some other kind of investment scheme which is being proposed by various corporate houses. We need to understand the background of those corporate houses, whether how they are performing, what kind of background they are having, what kind of corporate governance is being followed by those corporate houses or so, and what kind of returns have been given so far, whether the consistency is there or not. Those kind of things has to be kept in the mind, and which has been dealt by Vineet Jain during his deliberation. And one important thing which I saw in one of the slides was of Warren Buffett. First, don't lose the money. First rule of investment is don't lose the money, and second rule, don't forget rule 1. So that is most important for all of us. If we lose the money, then it is going to create a lot of problem to us. So please don't lose the money and follow the rule 1. That is the most important for all of us. And if anyone or everyone who follows that rule, I'm sure no one will lose the money in any market, maybe investment, maybe property, or maybe some other market wherever he is investing. So we will be very cautious about the investment. Maybe investment even in the startups, then also they'll be very cautious about the investment which is being taken place. So friends, that is what is required by all of us, and I wish that the chartered accountant friends doesn't lose the money. This is a time which is known as the testing time, pandemic time, and in the pandemic time, if we lose the money, where the money flow is not in our favor, we lose the money, it is going to create a lot of trouble to all of us. So the guidance from Vineet Jain, I'm sure, will definitely help all the members who are attending this today. And thanks a lot to Amit ji and Saurabh for organizing such a wonderful webinar in association with the WARC, where around 400 participants are there. So they are really interested and in knowing what kind of precautions are required to be taken when you are investing in the share market, or maybe in other investment areas, maybe mutual fund scheme, maybe fixed deposit scheme, maybe some other schemes which are being launched by the various corporate house and asset management company and so on and so forth. So I wish all of you a happy investing and earning from the investment by the guidance which has been provided by Vineet, and wish all the best to both the conveners of Borivali West CPE Study Circle for organizing this wonderful webinar in association with the Western India Regional Council of ICIA. You have done great job. Continue doing good job and spread learning among the professional colleague. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. CCM sir, you give the precious time from your time slot for a short period of notice. Thank you very much, sir. With the give your session about the note, is a special note on the session. Thank you very much, sir. Vineet sir, continue with the question answer session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Durgesh ji, for enlightening us with your experience and your insights. So the way he explained about diversification and other part, definitely you guys you must follow about it. And I will be proceeding with the next questions. So next question is, till what age should term insurance be taken? Okay, till the age retirement, yeah, beyond maybe 75 years. Just a second, my question. Huh. So guys, first of all is term insurance की cut off limit है. Okay, term insurance सिर्फ age 65 तक ही मिलती है. Above 65, insurance companies don't sell it. So it's important. I would recommend that if you guys haven't taken a term insurance, so I would say tomorrow or think about it today. क्यों मैं बोल रहा हूँ? Because term insurance का क्या होता है ना, the premium increases with age. Example जैसे मैंने जो example लिया था, okay, the age of a 53-year-old, okay, a female, उसमें प्रीमियम फॉर 99-year पॉलिसी बता रहा हूँ. एक्चुअली अगर मैं 99-year पॉलिसी में क्या होता है, देयर इज अ वर्चुअल सर्टेनिटी कि यार पैसे मिल ही जाएंगे. लाइक 100 years if a person lives, it's a celebration. Okay, so it's like अगर in that case the premium comes is 49,000. If you take a reasonable a policy for 85 years of age, that is, I would say, the general which you should think about. Like 85 years is a normal life expectancy, and तब तक आपका ऐसा है कि आपका कॉर्पस भी इतना, you will be making enough money and a safety cushion for your family. So 85 years would be a good one to think about. So 85 years की policy हमें लेनी चाहिए, and tomorrow is the day. Like for example, अगर 30 years के अगर आप हो तो the premium would be 6,000 rupees. Okay, so for taking a 50 lakh का sum assured. Similarly, अगर same चीज अगर 40 years का होगा तो amount वो increase होकर 10,000 हो जाएगा. तो it's like earlier you enter into term insurance, वो आपका premium amount fix हो जाता है guys. So every year you have to pay the same premium. अगर मैंने 30 years का term insurance buy कर लिया तो I have to pay 6,000 rupees every year, which remains fixed. ऐसा नहीं है आगे जाके प्रीमियम चेंज हो जाएगा. The amount will remain fixed, guys. So earlier you go for it, risk cover day one से हो जाएगा and the amount get locked, okay, forever. So limited pay period आते हैं, 30 years है, 35 years है regular pay. Then you have to do an analysis. So anything कुछ भी होगा तो we can discuss it offline. So next thing is, can you explain more on how can we select better debt fund? So guys, better debt fund के लिए मैंने बता रहा था कि like for example debt fund के लिए you need to see the company's fact sheet. Okay, so debt fund में the way you go ahead is कि like there is HDFC company का debt fund है, there is Nippon का है, या there is SBI का है. So the first thing which you need to see is definitely how the fund has performed in the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. This is the basic first thing. Second है expense ratio आप देखो. Third thing is most important is the fact sheet. उस debt fund का call for the fact sheet या see it online if you want to do the investment. तो उसमें क्या होगा, where the debt fund has made an investment. So you get to see, for example, debt fund has invested in Reliance, debentures which is AAA rated, या उसने Road Corporation of India को किया invest. So you know कि AAA rated funds में किया है. You know about all these companies. You know about Reliance. You know about National. You know about SAIL. You know about other companies. The companies you trust, know कि यार ये company तो नहीं डूब सकती. भाई government company, you know it, and AAA rated company है. So then you are more confident कि you will never lose money. And उसमें ये भी fact sheet में mention होता है कि भाई 6% उसमें इन्वेस्टेड है, 7% इसमें है, 1% इसमें है, 2% इसमें है, तो you know the amount of risk you are taking by investing in that fund. अगर for example you're going with SBI debt fund या any company debt fund, you know कि past returns इसके 7.5% रहे, इसका 8% रहा है, so you know the last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years return what has been. Then study from the fact sheet. You like the company, the risk they have taken. Out of that, go with the safest ones. Don't go with double A rated, the A rated. कि भाई मुझे higher returns चाहिए 8.5, 8.75. You know, that is the thing which went wrong in case of Franklin Templeton. So I won't suggest you guys कि ज़्यादा return का, don't be with the greed. Go with 8% and all. It's fine. It's safer. Makes sense because your savings account या FD से better return मिल रहा है already, guys, and you should be happy with decent return and 100% return, which is the AAA rated. Next thing is what exactly happened in the case of Franklin Templeton mutual fund. Guys, it's another bigger topic. ठीक है, तो मैं ऑफ रूट चले जाऊंगा, लोग सोचेंगे भाई क्या डिस्कशन हो रहा है, तो आई एम राइट नाउ लिमिटेड विद माय टाइम फ्रेम. सो इन जनरल मैं बोलूंगा कि एज अ लेमैन टर्म बोलूंगा भाई भाई बहुत हाई रिटर्न दे रहे थे, रिस्की इन्वेस्टमेंट्स में इन्वेस्ट किया, सो दैट इज इट वेंट रॉन्ग. The companies in which they had given the money which is invested share, मतलब मैंने अगर समझो फ्रैंकलिन में इन्वेस्ट किया था, उसमें डबल ए रेटेड भी थे, तो वो लोग ने टू गिव द कस्टमर्स, अगर वो 9.5% मुझे रिटर्न देंगे तो दे हैव टू डेफिनेटली मीट देयर कॉस्ट, तो दे वुड बी चार्जिंग मे 15%, 18% रिटर्न सामने से. उनके अपने खुद के भी तो ओवरहेड्स होते हैं ना, दे हैव देयर फंड हाउस, अपनी फुल टीम को दे विल बी पेइंग. सो अंडरस्टैंड द मार्जिन और द अमाउंट ऑफ risky investment they would have invested the money in. When those people stop paying the money, then how will they be able to pay you back your money? So the thing is, the margin difference makes sense. It will make a big difference. This is the calculation went wrong in case of Franklin Templeton, in short. So it's important that you go with the AAA rated. Next thing, is it advisable to have multiple term insurance from different insurers? Well, guys, you can think about that. Okay, multiple term insurance भी ले सकते हो आप, जैसे कि if you're planning to have maybe a 3 CR का या 1 CR का whatever be कि 50 lakhs की दो कंपनी से ली, but I would recommend कि अच्छी कंपनी से लो. जबरदस्ती डाइवर्सिफाई मत करना कि भाई एक कंपनी तो मैं 98% सॉल्वेंसी रेशियो, मतलब 98% इसका है, उससे ले लिया, मतलब सेटलमेंट बोलना चाहता हूँ मैं, क्योंकि उसका प्रीमियम हाई था. ठीक है, उसका प्रीमियम मे बी 6000 था, सेकंड कंपनी मुझे 4000 में दे रही है, इसलिए मैं डाइवर्सिफाई कर रहा हूँ, वैसा मत करना. दैट शुड नॉट बी द रीजन टू मतलब बाय फॉर्म. इफ यू थिंकिंग कि भाई मुझे नहीं पता वो कंपनी डूब जाएगी क्या, तो मैं दूसरी कंपनी में भी कर देता हूँ, आज वो सुपर कंपनी दिख रही है, साउंड फंडामेंटल्स है, बट यू माइट थिंक स्टिल आई वांट टू डाइवर्सिफाई, देन यस गाइस, देन इट मेक्स सेंस कि इफ यू प्लानिंग टू बाय मे बी 5 CR का 2.5 CR एक में लिया, 2.5 CR दूसरी कंपनी में लिया, यस, बेटर मोर डाइवर्सिफिकेशन मेक सेंस, बट अमॉन्ग द 98% एंड ऊपर का अगर सेटलमेंट लोगे तो दैट्स इवन बेटर. ओके, नीचे में तो 95 एंड बिलो तो कभी हाल में भी नहीं, मतलब it's like you would have lost your money. There is guaranteed chances, to get your money back is difficult. What should be the ideal expense ratio for mutual fund, guys? There is no ideal expense ratio. क्यों मैं बोलूं? Because there are few funds which have a high expense ratio, but still they are the top ranking ones. Okay, but they have done, the fund manager is so cool कि भाई वो इतना फीस देता है, but performance भी देता है, then भाई company should pay him good money. Okay. बट द थिंग इज, ऐसा होता है कितनी बार वो मार्केटिंग पे ज्यादा एक्सपेंडिचर कर देते हैं, इन दैट केस द एक्सपेंस रेशियो इज बैड फॉर यू. सो इट्स नॉट लाइक एन आइडियल एक्सपेंस रेशियो, बट डेफिनेटली यू कैन सी किसी का 1.5 है, 1.9 है, 2% है, व्हाट इज द रेट ऑफ एक्सपेंस रेशियो, यू कैन कंपेयर अमॉन्ग द फंड्स. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि इसका बहुत हाई है, एक्सट्रीमिस्ट है, एंड द रिटर्न्स बहुत अच्छे दिख रहे हैं, एंड बट ओवर द पीरियड 3 year, 5 year, 10 year the fund has been consistently performing, then you need to at times ignore that single thing and look after कि भाई उसका fund manager कौन है, okay, how the history has been. Guys, बाद में when selecting a mutual fund there is also Sortino ratio, another thing which is a technical thing which I did not discuss about. So there are more things which you need to think about कि this is not the only parameter, but yeah, this is an important parameter. So hi, I am planning to buy a house in next question 1 year. I have lump sum. So which are the best options for investment till the time I will buy home? So I will give a suggestion in just think 1 year में you're planning to buy a house. So the thing is, see guys, investment horizon long term नहीं है, बहुत long term नहीं है. It's just a 1 year. So I would recommend in this case कि diversify कर लो, and definitely you can think about investing in liquid fund and other part, because abhi the share market is on a higher side. Okay, and 1 year is, I won't term it as a very good investment horizon to invest your money if you have a goal in your mind कि यार मुझे house buy करना है, because I always prefer whenever you invest या long term से होना चाहिए, and secondly it should be your extra money अपने जो essential है ना, you have decided a goal कि मुझे 1 year में house buy करना है, so don't be in the greed कि you have accumulated maybe 1 CR 2 CR 50 lakhs whatever be the amount of your house money कि accumulate कर लिया उसमें मैं extra money gain कर लूँ. Don't have that greed. Invest maybe in liquid funds and other part, and you know whenever the market corrects very deeply, then I would tell you okay, because you have a very time horizon of just 1 year, you can think about investing in blue chips. Okay, blue chip stock या जो sector मैंने बताया, but I won't be suggesting any specific one as such because 1 year यार बहुत कम है. Okay, it's too less a horizon to suggest you, because what if the thing didn't work out? So but always a prediction should be from long term. Okay, investment should be from long term. Which one is better to buy, gold ETF या RBI sovereign bond? See guys, I will tell you sovereign bond में क्या होता है कि आपको interest भी मिलता है, ठीक है. So RBI sovereign bond में only thing is you get paid interest also. So but RBI sovereign bond जो है वो long term perspective से होते हैं. Okay, that are really long term you end up investing. Uska भी the thing is marketability is good, but I would suggest gold ETF is even better. RBI के मैं against नहीं हूँ, but gold ETF makes sense better because उसमें the liquidity is very, can't compare. It's like daily buy sell होता है, कभी भी आपको निकलना है you can sell it. भाई gold ETF सबके मिलते हैं. Okay, you have HDFC gold ETF and other companies. So whichever company you value the most, you can buy in gold ETF and 100% your money is safe. But you can never think about कि HDFC sink हो रहा है. Why HDFC is one of the best. Okay, so I would recommend you can invest in them, and the high the liquidity आज सोचा you can sell it on the market right away. In which next question, in what ratio the fund should be invested in different caps of mutual funds? So for that मैंने वो आपको formula बताया था. You should go with your age, that is 100 minus your age into 1.25. I will repeat, 100 minus the age into 1.25. You should invest in equities. Okay, remaining जो पोर्शन आता है, जैसे अगर फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू आर 30 years old, ठीक है, मैं यू कैन टेक इट, तो उसमें अराउंड 87% आएगा इक्विटी में. जो रिमेनिंग 13% है, देन यू शुड मीट अ सरप्लस फंड set aside for emergency, like contingency है अभी right now the phase is when it began maybe in April, May, June. Now you would have become more used to, things have started to open up, so that you should know okay, at least 3 months 6 months. We never thought that this long कभी contingency can last, so मतलब कभी कोई period आ सकता है. So now I would recommend कि you can think a contingency of minimum 6 to 9 months के ऊपर होना चाहिए. Previously I used to suggest people 6 months के ऊपर also people used to think कि well enough contingency or emergency fund, and remaining you can think about investing little bit in FD and debt. But yeah, debt portion again can be high because you are if a person is young, the risk appetite is in general, and diversification may return wise makes sense. So that answers your question, I guess. Next is, what are the points to be considered by selecting a pharmaceutical company for investing the fund? See guys, for pharmaceutical companies I would say that if you will see any pharma stocks, okay, in the last 8 months पहले all pharma stocks have doubled. Okay, double भी मैं बोलूँगा कम, कोई तो 3 times ही हो चुके हैं. So they have made money like awesome because they have take the lucrative advantage of the COVID thing, be it sanitizers, be it kits, or be it their medicines. But there is always a limit to it. Okay, so right now I know that we haven't come out of the phase as such, and अभी भी ये prolong करेगा, vaccines आएगी, till the time everyone would be given. Pharma companies still have a great phase ahead, but they have already run quite a lot. They can go again 25-30% more up, but I would say there is always a limit to a thing. Okay, already double कर चुके हैं, अभी कितना profit और कर लेंगे, because the competition has increased. Okay, so there is also the common man who is fighting now with the pharmaceutical companies. Generic drugs you guys must be aware about. एक चीज और है, लोग इंडोर्स रहने लगे हैं ना, तो बाकी डिजीजेस कम हो गए गाइस. ठीक है, एक जगह प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी बढ़ी है तो दूसरी जगह कम भी हुई है. कोविड के कारण पीपल हैव, फार्मा कंपनीज आर मेकिंग मिंटिंग मनी ऑन सैनिटाइजर्स, किट्स, the medicines attached to it, that is definitely yes. But other diseases now, because people are staying indoors, they are taking more, you know, Ayurvedic things, immunity high कर रहे हैं, exercise कर रहे हैं, भाई बाकी ailments कम भी हो गए. तो pharma companies ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई they are happy both ways. So one thing has increased, so other thing has come down. So think from that perspective also. There is a no side, a bad side also to it. So I would say pharmaceutical ka, if you think from 1 year, जैसे है ना, risk appetite higher, you can think about investing. Next is investment in defense company will get profit in short term. Guys, I'm strictly against short term. See, the thing is, the main idea is अगर आपको speculation करना है from that perspective, invest कर रहे हो तो ठीक है, but you should only go for long term. Okay, why? Because I always believe that we should never forget our rule number 1, which is never lose money and never forget this rule, guys. So short term कभी नहीं होना चाहिए, guys. I would say भाई long term के लिए invest करो, but now how the market performs ना, एक बार ऐसा होता है कि you end up investing 3 months or stock has given 30% return, then liquidate it. But you should invest in that stock thinking कि यार मैं इसको long term hold कर सकता हूँ. Short term you're getting your return, booking profits is different, but never think about investing in anything from short term. Short term से invest करना है तो मैं बोलूँ debt में जाओ, liquid में जाओ. Short term से equity market में कभी मत जाओ. Okay, I will never suggest any person to do that thing. एक हो सकता है कि भाई you know you are lucky enough to make 20-30% return, but long term में people out of 10 times 3 times profit करोगे, 7 times you will make a loss. So short term doesn't make sense. Next is it more preferable to buy term insurance from 2 to 3 companies that I have already discussed? So can you suggest 2 to 3 best companies for term insurance plan? The thing is, इसमें मैं I'm not you know selling any company as such. So the thing is, I don't want to name any companies, but मैं ऐसे 2-3 company बोल रहा हूँ in no order, guys. ठीक है, ऐसे कोई नहीं है. See, Tata AIG is a very good company. Then HDFC is also very good company. Bajaj Allianz is also a very good company. There are few more companies, but I would say be among the top 4 or something. Okay, I would recommend, because settlement ratio most important hota hai. Okay, the better the settlement ratio, better the company. And definitely solvency dekho guys. Okay, so I would say these companies are the good ones. Okay, and I can't be very specific because हर एक चीज का होता है, because I'm not selling anything and I'm not telling you guys कि यार go ahead and go with this thing. Okay, एक होता है one-to-one, एक होता है public platform. I can't pitch for any company. There's other ethics too. So next thing is, if next question is, company pays dividend of rupees 21 for market price of 230 and a good company is debt free, then we should invest or not, or what other factor need to do? See guys, in this question ऐसे short में as a layman language में देखूंगा तो इसमें पूछा है कि whether a good company is debt free, is it or not. Always I would say कि debt free company is far better because उसमें risk नहीं है. Okay, there is no interest burden on the company shoulders, so they can use their money freely. Sales नहीं होगी तो भी company can survive. For example, right now the consumer discretionary sector, भाई sales नहीं हो रही. Discretionary मतलब क्या हो गया? Theaters है, सिनेमा मतलब हॉल्स है, यू नो दीज क्या बोलते हैं, दीज मॉल्स है, ऑल दीज have the business are literally you know ठप हो चुका है, मतलब they are not performing well. Why? People are not coming out of their comfort zones के against है. So the thing is, अगर debt free है तो they can survive this period of maybe 9 months 10 months freely. भाई profit नहीं आ रहा, ठीक है, cost employees का meet कर रहे, they can sustain. So it is always better to have a good company which is debt free and invest in them for long term. 100%. And company which pays dividend, the thing is, abhi you guys would be aware about the taxation part. Dividend के rules change हुए थे तो आधे से ज़्यादा company ने ना lump sum dividend pay कर दिया है. Okay, so they have paid dividend together. तो next years में dividend भी company कम pay करेगी. अभी सब लोगों ने hefty dividend pay कर दिया है. All accumulated dividend government ने बोला कि भाई हमें dividend pay कर दो अभी, because later on it is taxable to the shareholders. अभी जो dividend था taxable to the company. The rules have changed, guys. So things will change. Next year, 1-2 years में dividend थोड़ा कम आएगा. Later on, it will go back to the normal cycle. So hold stock always long term. Next question है अमित जी, कोई 14 पे is it ends or do we have any other questions? Am I audible, guys? हाँ, cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Vineet, sir. These are the final questions, and this is a great session. And now is one more happiness with us. RCM Arpit Kabra with us. Arpit, sir,
Okay.
give some word with about the session and about the program.
Thank you, Amit. Good evening, everyone. And I think what a lovely session we had. Vineet bhai, this is something that we all really look up to. A frank and direct dil se, what we call about advisory, be it steps that we should do. And especially when we talk about investment in this time, I think one thing that comes to our mind is the scam 1992, and that one dialogue, risk hai to ishq hai. But what I would suggest is, friends, let's be practical. Ishq mat karo, dur raho wahan se, and be safe. I think risk mein jaake koi matlab nahi hai, especially for us professionals. I think we have a larger role to play. We have to fulfill our dreams. Our dreams are largely a house, of course, marrying first and then a house, a car, good education for our kids and everything. So as a young chartered accountant, especially to all the young CAs, I would tell you what Vineet has been mentioning for last so much time. I think SIPs, a term insurance. If I have to summarize, these are the two must things that we should have. We should invest into. Very, very must. And we should always encourage others also to get this done. And I think a fabulous program by Amit and Saurabh. I mean, because these people understand the real loves and what are the problems that we face. Vineet bhai was struggling when he was saying, I cannot take names of the companies and all. But believe me, this is a direct thing, and you should really be aware about what are the different offerings, what are the pitfalls. If as a chartered accountant, if we go and invest into something called as a ULIP, I think it's the biggest mistake that we can do, because there is a huge allocation that goes into the cost, and forget about the returns then. So I think largely whatever has been done, I mean, we should, one is be very aware about, we should read more and more. All of us follow these premier business channels, so we get to hear so many of the experts. But most of these experts have an agenda. What I personally believe, if Rakesh Jhunjhunwala always comes and say ki nahi, growth story hai, there is something else growth story, someone else's growth story that is in his mind, and he wants all of you to come and park in that growth story, play a role. But what we have to do is, we don't have to play a very good growth story, but we have to ensure that we are indemnified. I think our entire focus, which is our profession, apart from that, what we have to do is we have to ensure that we keep on climbing on this savings rate. Now that can happen if we mobilize our funds in a very smarter, in a very effective manner. Of course, there are windfall and there are regular gains. Now windfall will come only if you are aware. वो बोलते ना, आप किसी चीज को पाने की कोशिश करो तो सारी कायनात आपको उसके मिलाने में लगती है. So one is that positivity, and the other is you should seek a windfall, but you should not run or be desperate for a windfall. And I think with the approach what Vineet has been stressing on, be it an SIP, be it a small little equity portion, and good informed decisions. One more I would tell you is, as a chartered accountant, we should always keep an eye on the sick companies. The companies who are going through the process of IBC. Within our network, we should really interact and know and understand which are the listed companies which are going through IBC process, and most importantly, which are the ones who are able to have a revival, who are able to grow. I think investing in those companies would be a great windfall for all of us. So only one thing that I wanted to add from my end, and that is what has been an experience also in my personal capacity and everyone else. Be informed, use the network. We are blessed with a fantastic network of professionals. So Saurabh, Amit for example, does a lot of investigation work, a lot of forensic work. Saurabh does so much of RERA stuff. Vineet bhai is here. Let's stay connected. Let's follow each other. And one good thing if we all can do is come alive on Twitter. It is where the next business is gonna happen. Everything that you think is happening on Twitter nowadays. So move away from Facebook, move away from Instagram, come to Twitter and see what a different life we are. Follow good intellectuals. Everything वो बोलते हैं पूरा गीता का सार आपको 160 शब्दों में मिल जाता है Twitter पे. So everything that you want to do, follow good people. You will get an insight. Be informed and make good decisions. But please focus on your primary objectives of buying, investing, and growing. I think amazing session. Amit, congratulations. Wonderful speaker, Vinit bhai. Really, it was a pleasure. I got to hear of late the last part of it, but I think it was well summarized and it was fantastic. And congrats, Saurabh. I think a great work done there. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Arpit Bhaiya, Arpit sir. just like the briefing of this session is the मोटा मोटी सार ये निकलता है कि लक की सारा काम नहीं करता है, कुछ ना कुछ एक प्रोफेशनलिज्म भी रिक्वायर्ड है. और SIP और जो बेली इवन दो बैंक की इंटरेस्ट रेट गिर रही है, लेकिन फिर भी एक डिफरेंट वे में जो पोर्टफोलियो को डिवर्सिफाई किया जाए तो डेफिनेटली वी कैन गेम एंड रिस्क को अपन रिजर्व कर सकते हैं. तो डेफिनेटली वेरी वंडरफुल सेशन बाय विनीत भाई. आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट and hand over to mic to Saurabh Ajmera ji, or Deputy Convener of the Borivali West TP Street Circle, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Amit ji. On behalf of WIRC and Borivali West CP Study Circle, and on behalf of all stakeholders of this program, I express my gratitude to our today's speaker, CA Vinit Jain ji, for a wonderful session covering all aspects and comparison of traditional investment versus term insurance and SIP, benefits of investing in various funds, how to select mutual funds for investment, and comparison of investment in equity, gold versus FD, and sector to investment for our professions. Broadly discussed, we have all these things and answered various questions asked by today's our attendees. I also like to thank our young and dynamic personalities here, Arpit Kavraji, for availability on a very short notice to address all attendees of this program. And I also extend my gratitude to our experienced and well-known personality, Central Council member, C. Durgesh Kavraji, and for availability on a short notice and address our today's attendees. And last but not least, but I also like to express my gratitude to Chairman of the WIRC for providing this support to conduct this kind of programs for the whole attendees and our professional benefits. He is very good person to taking chair in the WIRC Chairman for this current period. And last but not least, I also like to thank WIRC staff for conducting all the technical availabilities for this program. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Saurabh. Thank you, Vinit sir, and thanks to all audience and all the supporting staff and WIRC and RCM and CCM is presented in this session. With the tough time about the pandemic COVID-19, this virtual session is arranged, and this is a very wonderful session. Thanks for all. Thank you very much. Have a good
I would just like to add one thing, that I would like to thank the entire coordination team. Thank you, Amit ji, Saurabh ji, for coordinating it so well the entire session. And definitely, I would like to once again thank WIC Chairman Lalit ji for giving me this opportunity to give my insights on investment strategies. It was a great, it was a great feeling, a great audience, I would say. Great questions. It was a, you get to always be happy, when you interact with your fellow members as such. So thank you.
Once again, I state that we are most grateful to have a speaker, C.A. Vinay ji, for today's evening.
Great work, Vinit. Great work. Yeah. Keep it up, and look forward to hear from you more. And Amit and Saurabh, great work.
Thank you.
Thank you for an awesome summary. That was you had summarized it really well. So that was a short summary of the entire session you gave it in like 2 words. Okay. So thanks a lot.
Welcome.